4, 3, 2, 1. Wapi vigelegele?
Na wapi makofi tafadhali? Mpigie makofi. Asante sana.
Wana Midrift, jameni, Mungu awajalie siha njema na maisha marefu.
Pia tulipewa
internet ni mtandao. Lakini tablet mu Google.
Tuta Google.
Vote of thanks, alafu tutaanza ratiba ya upigaji picha na fahamisho chakula chetu cha mchana kime
Today we meet here for a very important activity which serves to reinforce the various initiatives put in place to support the security of our country. This activity, and a noble one at that, has been made possible by our existing partnership with our partners, Midrift. Is it Midrift Hurinet or Hurinet? You know, hapa kuna wazungu kina Tabitha na kuna waswahili kina Sara. So is it Hurinet or Hurinet? Hurinet, not Hurinet. Thank you. Allow me to buttress the fact that peace and security remains the foundation of Kenya's democracy, cohesion and development. And for this matter, therefore, this strategic partnership and its resultant outcome could not have come at a better time in our security sector. And as we have said, we have had other partnerships, we do have other partnerships. But every time we bring on board a new aspect in partnership working, then we move closer towards filling gaps and avenues which can be exploited for elements of insecurity. We remain, for this matter, eternally grateful partners, because the outcome of this endeavor will reverberate and endure for years to come. We know it will be launched today and it will be up and running. We do not envisage a situation where 2 years down the line it should have closed down. So we are planting a seed today, a seed which will transform into a big tree, which will give shades and will also give offshoots of other seedlings in the security arena. As in any progressive society, our security-related challenges keep on evolving. These include election-related violence, extremism, organized crime, inter-community conflict, gender-based violence, cyber threats and crime, as well as issues of misinformation. Their impact in our lives and the national good is always a serious concern. And issues which are concerned with security need to be equally addressed with that level of seriousness, this being one of them. With these elements, the elements of insecurity, and more, therefore, the issue of early warning and early response cannot be gainsaid. And as we say this, allow me to add that besides the conventional security apparatus, all of us as law-abiding citizens have a duty to embrace and actively be part of our early warning and our early responses efforts. This is because, if properly utilized, these efforts can be able to preempt problems and potential problems, safeguard our communities, enable appropriate responses, and in a very big way serve to strengthen our national fabric. So we should not look at these efforts as an unwanted intrusion into our lives. Neither should they appear to be burdensome. Rather, we should consider them timely and facilitative because we need them. Let us all understand that by effectively contributing to the EWER107, we are not doing our friends and neighbors a favor. Rather, we are effectively being the principal architects of the desired security environment in our midst. Sometimes we have the misconception that why should I communicate? Why should I raise an alarm? And yet it is not concerning me. However, allow me to reiterate this. When we give early warning, even though the issue is not directly affecting us, we are the beneficiaries of the resultant effects of security arising from a response from our warning. We may feel that we hate our neighbors and friends, but raising an alarm on their plight is the right thing to do. And for this matter, and remember, if you don't raise an alarm because a friend or a neighbor is in problem, tomorrow you will be in problem. You will also want a friend or a neighbor to speak on your behalf. If they pay evil for evil, you may find yourself without somebody to tell your story. So let us know that making reports, raising alarms, giving information is not a favor. It is a cardinal responsibility of a law-abiding citizen. Meanwhile, as the service, we will endeavor to enhance the relationship with the public we serve, so that the services we offer do not only provide tranquility in our communities, but will also be catalytically significant in spurring economic growth, both at the societal and the national level. As we have now seen from the demonstrations and the explanations, the system we'll be launching today is a product of a strong collaboration. Working together, therefore, we have been able to establish a digital situation room. We have been able to put in place an integrated web, SMS, and a voice reporting channel. We have been able to train over 50 peace monitors across 14 regions, rather counties in Rift Valley. And I'm happy that out of this, they have even now been trained as T of Ts. This is the power of strategic partnerships. Partnerships which add value and which see strength in each other. There are things that our partners cannot do. They can only do through us. And again, I'm inviting partners and friends and like-minded people, not only to partner with the AP service or the NPS, but to identify strategic areas across the government spectrum to see where can we channel help and resources, where can we channel expertise, so that at the end of the day, the resultant effects benefit all and sundry. This partnership and innovation, alongside others, is in line with the APS Roadmap to Service Delivery Revitalization of 2025-2026, which again borrows heavily from the National Police Service Strategic Plan. For this matter, therefore, I want us to understand that the policing entity, now as a whole, not APS, but National Police Service, is an institution which also works and operates in tandem and in line with national and international considerations. People speak about strategic plans. Many have, few bother to follow them through. The NPS has a strategic plan which has been domesticated by the 3 services under the umbrella of the NPS. And each service is in line trying to see how can we actualize the aspiration of the Inspector General of the National Police Service. So when we stand here today, or when we sit here today, this is one of the main ways we are answering the strategic plan of the National Police Service insofar as service delivery to our country and to our people is concerned. And even as we do this, our focus remains that whatever, wherever and whenever we do, the ordinary citizens should remain our key beneficiary through timely, enhanced and relevant security services. The public deserves services which resonate with their concerns, and they should not at any one time feel that they are being taken for granted. There is no small concern and there is no big concern. The smallest concern from the public, if can be served with a word of advice and guidance, so be it. I want to urge all officers and anybody to whom his responsibility or her responsibility is to serve, never to look down on people, irrespective of how the problem they bring seems minute. Because at the end of the day, something which may appear small to you can be weighing down on that person on their shoulders. And some of the problems just require advice, guidance, and assurances. But sometimes we fail to appreciate that. And somebody who comes with something which appears trivial, that person can be shattered if that triviality is not handled with wisdom and decorum. So we are in the industry of service delivery. Our services should not be discriminative. Neither should they appear to be elitist for the people who matter only. Even the homeless people deserve to be listened by us. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to note that EWER107 will enable real-time reporting of incidents, and that will include rapid submission and tracking of emergency security concerns. It will enable GIS mapping of hotspots and risks, which will entail geographic visualization of incidents, trends, and emergency risk locations. It will enable data dashboard for evidence-based decisions, which will facilitate evidence-based analysis, trends monitoring, and automated reporting. It will enable secure case management with accountability, factoring role-based access, verification, follow-up, and accountability. It will enable coordinated responses among officers, peace monitors, and stakeholders. And as I say this, and it has been mentioned before, the presence of many applications, channels, platforms should not be a source for worry, because one of the key conversations we are having in the security sector is now to harmonize our responses capability, so that even if an alarm is raised in Turkana, or in Mbita, or in Lamu, or in Homa Bay, or in Mandera, that alarm can be received centrally and then in a way be redirected to the rightful responders. So we may keep on getting more platforms, but I want to assure all of us that one of the things we are working on as security actors is to ensure that we do not create confusion, but we do allow a facilitative environment which makes the reporting easy and responses faster. The system will also enable multiple reporting channels, as it has been said, that is web-based, SMS, and voice, hence ensuring timely collaboration. However, allow me to add that today is the first day. We are launching. It is at its very infancy stages. It is not the complete works, meaning that this is something which we will always be working to better, beginning with the responses we got from the plenary here. We will continue bettering this by looking at the gaps, every time looking at what does not work. As Sarah said, if her mother is communicating in Kisii, do we have people ready there who understand Kisii language? And so on and so forth. Those people who are differently abled, are they also able to be beneficiaries of this platform? So all these are issues which we understand and we are aware of. And our undertaking is to ensure that we make this an all-inclusive platform, which anybody will feel happy and easy to interact with. At this juncture, allow me to register our sincere appreciation to Midrift for picking us as a partner of choice. Their gesture serves to reinforce the significance of what we do, and similarly, the collective milestones that can be registered when like-minded entities come together. Indeed, this initiative will immensely be beneficial, not only to us, but to our people and our country. I want to urge you to keep these engagements alive, because in life, there is no greater honor than serving humanity. To the public at large, I want to urge you to embrace peace and good neighborliness in your respective areas. All citizens have a cardinal duty and responsibility to be law-abiding. But besides this, they also have a sacred obligation to propagate peace and, where necessary, to give relevant and timely information to our law enforcement officers and institutions, which will contribute to safety and collective safety. It is not a responsibility for one. It is our responsibility, irrespective of the sphere of life that we are operating from. Taking consideration of the vastness of Rift Valley region and its attendant security aspects, I want to laud the Rift Valley security team and their officers for rising up to the challenges and responding promptly to incidents as they arise. Although many of our people see the incidents you respond to, there are hundreds of instances where you have foiled serious aspects of insecurity that the public are not even aware of. Our people are able to go about their businesses because of the hard work put by officers who you lead, all around them. Please accept our gratitude and appreciation for always being at hand to answer this critical question. Thank you. And this again is echoed by Bananjero with the two examples he has given. Many times we respond and we act. Many times we are successful in the missions. And I want to echo again his sentiments. We have partnered with many institutions. We also want to formally request our friends from the Fourth Estate to partner with the government and the law enforcement agents by also highlighting the things which are happening as a result of the presence of the officers positively. We also want to give our people hope that indeed things are happening. We want them to know that indeed, even though there were breaches, these breaches were safely and effectively contained. We want the people to know that they are sleeping soundly Their businesses are secure and safe as a result of the presence and the hard work that officers do. And I know this is not too much to ask. We are also aware we sometimes fall short. And when that happens, we do correct ourselves. And we do not want to correct by saying, because it may not be seen by everybody, as I've said. Many things happen, people don't know. And even the shortcomings of the institutions are addressed with a lot of seriousness, because nobody would want to stand before the people and behind him there is a lot of road. So take note of the fact that whatever happens, we are privy to, and whatever gaps exist, we are not only ready to correct, we indeed take measures to correct those gaps and shortcomings, whether they are operational, administrative, or even at the societal level. We do that. And we are happy that change is in the offing in terms of service delivery. Because every day we aspire to go beyond the expectations of the people we serve. I also want to register sincere appreciation to the team which worked around the clock to make this endeavor as successful as it has been. A lot of resources, both financial, material, as well as time, have been dedicated for this. And this is something that we must all appreciate. Thank you, team, for making this possible. Let us all also appreciate the fact that the success of EWER107 depends on the collective commitment from all players, including, but not limited to, government officers and institutions, communities, civil society organizations, as well as strategic partners. If for any reason you feel that there is no time you will want to use this, the least you can do is to put a word that it exists and people can use it. Because what may not be beneficial to you may be readily appreciated by somebody else. So again, let us also be the spokespersons of the many initiatives so that the public have as much information as they want. So that, as we have seen, we may have areas where one platform is not working. Another platform comes in handy, and it will save the day. So for us to propagate this, it is within our right, and within our ability, and it is the right thing to do. So let us ensure that it reaches as many people as possible. When we do that, it means then that we need to own this system, and it should not be viewed with skepticism or hostility. Neither, as I said earlier, should it be considered too much on top of what already exists. We are only trying to make things better and easier for the public we are serving, for the people we want to reach out. We want people to go home in the evening knowing that the day was okay, and if anything happens at night, help is at hand through the platforms and the systems that the government keeps on bringing to their doorsteps. With the world today being technologically inclined, we need to harness technology, partnerships, and collective actions as a key ingredient to preventing violence, protecting communities, and securing our future as a country. Technology does not need to be a burden to us. Neither should we be hostages of technology, because we have instances where people are now being taken captive by technology, by engaging in issues with the technology. But the technology can also be very facilitative and helpful. So even as we are happy sharing jokes and what have you, let us also understand that technology is a useful tool, that wherever and whenever it is used correctly, then it can unlock potential which is hidden to many of us. Let us tell people. Let us also remind ourselves, because I'm sure if we ask here, how many of us with our mobile phones have made that mobile phone useful to them, besides forwarding SMSs, besides forwarding WhatsApp messages, which makes us feel good sometimes? What else does that technology do for you? Do not be a slave, be a master of technology, so that you see its value. Together.